Limata. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Limata. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing. Good morning, and welcome to Storytime. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy Wednesday. Thank you indeed for being here. And as you know, too, for most people, if you're working in and around schools, today is your minimum day. I hope that you get to enjoy it. I hope that you have a quick day and out of there and you can have some rest. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. Absolutely appreciate you. And I hope that it is fun for the kids as well. Shorter day, maybe a little bit more time, playtime at after school or somewhere else. But I hope that it is a good day for everyone. Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime today. Absolutely appreciate you. Remember too that March is Women's History Month, and we will continue to celebrate here on Storytime, bringing books created by all the amazing women out there. And thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Check out your local libraries as a resource for what's happening in your community. Thank you indeed for being here. And of course, if you're out there, know that if you're in and around Oakland, surprise, like the rain kept coming yesterday. So I hope that you make sure you carry that umbrella, or please check the weather before you go out. Check what's happening and see what you can do to make sure that you are ready and prepared for what's out there. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime today. Absolutely appreciate you. And we bring back a book to Storytime. And again, I was looking, this one has not been back here in quite a while, almost a year now. And Crescent, Moons and Pointed Minarets is our book for today, a Muslim book of shapes. It is written by Hena and illustrations by Mehrdokht Amini. And of course, we're reading it with permission of the publishers, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. A big thank you to them indeed for all these amazing books that they allow us to share here on Storytime. Thank you indeed for being here. I hope you're ready for this one. I hope you enjoy it. Go grab what you need to make this Storytime even better. Thank you indeed for being here. And of course, if you're joining us live right now, good morning to you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for choosing to be a part of Storytime. And of course, if you're joining us later on for the recordings, at storytimewithmisslimata.com, at Storytime with Miss Limata on Facebook, YouTube, and of course, you can follow us on Instagram. Thank you so much for being here today on Storytime, ready for this beautiful book coming our way. And remember too that we do have Marietta Apollonia coming here to Storytime on March 26th, and she will be talking everything Marietta Apollonia, but of course celebrating her brand new book, Wombat and the Family Tree, that comes out on March 26th. So she'll be here. Cannot wait. And remember too that Marietta has already given us Jack the Library Cat that is available out now at your library and wherever else that you find books. Look for it. Thank you indeed for being here with us on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate each and every one of you joining in this morning. And we do have a book to read together, Crescent, Moons and Pointed Minarets, a Muslim book of shapes. That one is coming up very, very shortly. Thank you indeed for being here with us today. And I'll be right back after this very short break. Thank you for being here with us today, friends.
This is Anika Morose-Reese, author of The Teacher's Pet, Watch Out for Wolf, Love Sophia on the Moon, the Anna Banana chapter book series, and Hide and Don't Seek and other very scary stories. And you are watching Storytime with Mr. Limata.
Yes, welcome back. Thank you, Anika Mrosrisi, creator of so many wonderful books. And do check out Love Sophia on the Moon, one of my favorites. And yeah, see what you think. If you've not seen it, check it out on the Storytime platforms, and of course, find it at your local library. Thank you so much for being here with us today. We have a book to share together, a beautiful story to enjoy: Crescent Moons and Pointed Minarets, a Muslim book of shapes. This one is written by Hena Khan, illustrations by Mehrdokht Amini, and we are reading it with permission of the publishers, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Thank you so much for being here with us today. Get ready, get comfortable, get cozy as we get started with our book for today. Yeah, we're in for a treat. Lots of just beautiful, beautiful geometric shapes in here too. Yeah, look at that. Crescent Moons and Pointed Minarets, a Muslim book of shapes. Written by Hena Khan, illustrations by Mehrdokht Amini, and read with permission of the publishers, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Here we go. Good morning to you, Joanne. Good to see you here. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you've been well. Corn is the tip of the minaret so tall, I hear soft echoes of the prayer call. Yeah. Corn is the tip of the minaret so tall, I hear soft echoes of the prayer call. And I think I've mentioned this before too. That prayer call would ring out every evening, lunchtime, and early morning as well. In my neighborhood in Lusaka, there's a mosque in a place called Kamwala, pretty close, and so would hear the call out. Yeah. Corn is the tip of the minaret so tall, I hear soft echoes of the prayer call. Rectangle is the mosque's carved wooden door, filled with a pattern that riches the floor. That's a beautiful door indeed. I hope you're able to catch that pattern on there on your screen. Yeah. Rectangle is the mosque's carved wooden door, filled with a pattern that riches the floor. Octagon is a fountain, its water is so blue. I wash before prayers and make my wudu. And this book comes with a glossary too at the end, so you can look up all those different words or words that will be new to you from this. Octagon is a fountain, its water so blue. I wash before prayers and make my wudu. Triangle is a mimbar's thin set of stairs. We hear a short sermon before Friday prayers. Yeah. Triangle is a mimbar's thin set of stairs. We hear a short sermon before Friday prayers. Yeah. Can you see those triangles? See all the different shapes? Oh, come on, pages. There we go. Arch is the mirab that guides our way. We stand and face it each time we pray. Yeah. Good morning, April. How are you doing today? No, good to have you back. Remember, too, you can always catch us at your convenience. Thank you so much for joining in. I hope you had fun, though. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, and I love this book. Lauren, good morning to you as well. Alicia, Jemison, Lindley, and Finn. Arch is the mirab that guides our way. We stand and face it each time we pray. Yeah. Cube is the Kaaba, a most sacred site where Muslims worship each day and night. Yeah. Cube is the Kaaba, a most sacred site where Muslims worship each day and night. Yeah. Moved into the 3D now. Square is a garden with sweet orange trees, a hint of Jannah on its fragrant breeze. Oh, I want to be there. Sounds so good. I think it'll be a way better smell than my soccer socks and everything over here. Square is a garden with sweet orange trees, a hint of Jannah on its fragrant breeze. Yeah. Square is a garden with sweet orange trees, a hint of Jannah on its fragrant breeze. Yeah. Circle is a daf, a drum large and round. We fill the air with its festive sound. Oh. Yeah. Circle is a daf, a drum large and round. We fill the air with its festive sound. Yeah. Can you hear the rhythm? Can you hear the beat? Hexagon is a tile, bold and bright, painted with an ayah I love to recite. Yeah. Hexagon is a tile, bold and bright, painted with an ayah I love to recite. Yeah. Hexagon is a tile, bold and bright, painted with an ayah I love to recite. And I'm trying to hold on as long as possible to these pages so you can enjoy all the different shapes and art that is on these pages. Beautiful spreads, isn't it? Oval is the table where we break our fast. When the sun sets, it's Itfa time at last. Yeah. Oval is the table where we break our fast. When the sun sets, it's Itfa time at last. Yeah. Oh. Diamond is the design on my new Eid clothes. A kaftan so long that it reaches my toes. Mwah, that is beautiful. Yeah. Diamond is the design on my new Eid clothes. A kaftan so long that it reaches my toes. Yeah. Crescent is the moon, brilliant in the sky. It whispers, Salam, as the day passes by. Yeah. Crescent is the moon, brilliant in the sky. It whispers, Salam, as the day passes by. Yeah. Yeah. If you have a chance, take a moment to look up into the sky today and see what you find up there. Crescent is the moon, brilliant in the sky. It whispers, Salam, as the day passes by. So much beauty in the shapes that I see adds to my faith and the world around me. Yeah. So much beauty in the shapes that I see adds to my faith and the world around me. Yeah. So much beauty. And that is the end of our story. And when we come back, we're going to dive deep into the author's note. Just a quick glance actually at the author's note so we can get to appreciate the book a lot more. But of course, too, here's the glossary that I mentioned. And you find all those different, the different vocabulary we find in here explained. All those like the mirab, what is that? Or the kaftan, what is that? So you can once you get the book from your local library, you can look in the back and see, or indeed you can pause this video right here and watch it later on and get to look at all those different words. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. I'll be right back after this short break so we can look at the author's note. Thank you so much for joining in. I hope you enjoyed that really sweet story coming to us from Hena and Mehrdokht Amini, and of course, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. I'll catch you on the other side of this very short message.
Hi, everyone. I'm Amanda with Amanda Weltman Photography. I'm a photographer and printmaker based in the Pacific Northwest, and I believe that your face deserves wall space. Enjoy today's story time with my favorite storyteller, Mr. Limata.
Yes, for all your photography needs, to contact Amanda Waltman Photography out there in Seattle, Washington. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Yes, because your beautiful faces deserve war space. Thank you for being here with us on Storytime today. Talking of beauty, I hope you enjoyed this beautiful, wonderful book coming to us from Chronicle Books, Hena and of course Mehrdokht Amini, and it is called Crescent Moons and Pointed Minarets, a Muslim book of shapes. I hope that you enjoyed the beautiful patterns in there, and also I hope that it encouraged you to just look a little closer at the world around you, appreciating the beauty. And I have to show you too the end papers on this side. Look at that. All right, let's do a quick glance at the author's note and listen to what Hena has to say. And here we go. Shapes and geometry play an important part in Islamic art and architecture because the worship of idols is strictly forbidden in Islam. Depictions of God and his prophets are prohibited. Muslim artists are also discouraged from using the human form or animals in their art. Instead, they often use decorative Arabic lettering called calligraphy, motifs from nature like flowers and leaves called arabesques, and, as seen in this book, geometric patterns in their designs. When Muslim mathematicians and astronomers made significant contributions to science and technology, particularly in the 8th and 9th centuries, Their discoveries also influenced Islamic art and architecture, resulting in ever more complex geometric patterns. Geometric shapes like circles, stars, squares, hexagons, and octagons are duplicated and overlapped to form the basis of most patterns found in Islamic art. You can find these shapes and the patterns made from these shapes in large structures like mosques, palaces, and gardens. They also adorn walls, floors, windows, and everyday objects such as furniture, ceramics, and clothing. In this book, each spread depicts a different country from around the world with beautiful examples of Islamic architecture and art. I hope that we've learned a thing or two. And of course, too, I hope that this encourages to dive deeper into learning about other cultures, if in case it's not ours. Like for me, I'm always willing to learn and looking to learn indeed. And books like this always encourage me to take that extra step and learn a little bit more. But thank you to Hena Khan, Mehrdokht, Amini, and of course Chronicle Books for putting out this amazing book for all our benefit. Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. Let us see one more time who was here with us enjoying Storytime. Thank you so much for being here with us. Joanne, good to see you. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime, and have a great day yourself. Thank you so much for being here with us today. Absolutely appreciate you, and we're glad you could join us live today, and hopefully you still catch Storytime at your convenience at storytimewithmrlamada.com. Thank you so much for being here. Absolutely appreciate you. Rainy out there in Kentucky. Thank you so much for joining in today. Megan, absolutely appreciate you. And of course, Ari, sending you lots and lots of hugs. Thank you for being here with us on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. Have yourself a wonderful day. Despite the rain, I hope that you manage to stay dry. And of course, I hope that you have a good drink as well, something warm. Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime. Oh, April, thank you so much for joining in. Glad you're here with us today. And of course, it sounds like a lot has been happening. I hope that you're enjoying yourself. I hope you're getting the energy that you need from each day. Thank you so much for being here. And of course, sending lots of love to you, Lauren, to you, Alicia, Jemison, Lindley, and of course, Finn. Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime today. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you, April. It is something that has been pointed out by good people for sure. It's been pointed out a few times. So yeah, thank you so much for that. I don't realize how often I do that, but yeah, now that you mention it again, I think I just did it. Thank you so much for joining in. Yeah, I'm sure somebody out there watching appreciates it. You pointing that out, because I think they did just recently. Thank you so much for joining in. Appreciate you. And yeah, good to see you here, and hopefully see you here again on many, many more story times. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. And the authors just do such an amazing job. The authors and creators out there, the illustrators, that you cannot not agree with the book, right? With the page. So I think I find myself doing that whether I realize it or not. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. And one more time, thank you to everybody that has been here. And remember too that on March 26th, it is a special day here on Storytime. Our friend Marietta Apollonia will be back here on Storytime celebrating her brand new book. Her debut author illustrated book, Wombat and the Family Tree, will be here March 26th. Make a date. And remember too that you can find other works by Marietta Apollonia, including Jack the Library Cat, at your local library. Thank you so much for joining us today. Absolutely appreciate you. And we hope to see you again back here for more Storytime. And remember too that March is Women's History Month. So look around your community, ask your library, ask your school, ask around what is happening in celebration in honor of Women's History Month. And of course, here on Storytime, we will continue to bring books written by all those amazing women out there. Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime. And tomorrow we're back with another exciting story. And Francesca Sana is doing the illustrations in this one. And of course, it is written by Patricia McLachlan. And we will be reading this one right here on Storytime. My Friend Earth. Yes, another beautiful book, another beautiful story coming here to Storytime. Join us and make a date for this one. I hope that you get to enjoy it. Thank you so much for being here, friends. Pointed Crescent Moons and Pointed Minarets, a Muslim book of shapes, written by Hena and illustrations by Mehrdokht Amini. And of course, we read that one with permission of the publishers, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime, and to every woman out there, everyone that has played a part in shaping this earth the way it is, this world to what it is today, that continue to fight for justice, that continue to fight for women's rights and everyone's rights. Of course, we appreciate you, and keep doing the work, and absolutely appreciate that. And I think I love that there's been more focus and emphasis, for example, with the women of the Black Panther, celebrating them and highlighting the work that they did, because it's so easy, most of history, just putting stories out there about men, but we know that women have done so much, and let us continue to highlight those stories. And if you have some to share, please send them our way. Let us know, remind us, so we can highlight those names and highlight those achievements as well here on Storytime. And of course, every woman out there has a right to exist, to be just the way you are. Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime today. Much love from me, and I will see you again tomorrow when we're back with another exciting story, and we bring you My Friend Earth. Yes, indeed. Coming here to Storytime. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Thank you so much.
Storytime with Mr. Limata. He will be starting soon. Oh, Storytime with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing Storytime with Mr. Limata. He will be starting soon. Oh, Storytime with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing. Read me all of the stories. Read me all of the stories. Some of people who look like me, others very different from the way that I look and think. Read me all of the stories. Read me all of the stories. Some stories from far away, others right here in my neighborhood. Story time. Ooh. Story time. Storytime with Mr. Limata. He will be starting soon. Storytime with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing. Brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all redeemed. We just can't wait to be hearing